Hello and welcome. Hello and welcome to Raw Architecture. My name is Andrew Hernandez. I'm a California licensed architect, and today in AutoCAD we are going to be discussing how to customize your keyboard shortcuts so that you can become a faster, more efficient drafter. This is going to be one of a three-part series where I show you how I set up my AutoCAD user interface, my keyboard shortcut commands, and my top 10 commands that I use while drafting a set of architectural construction plans. Now, before we get started, I would like to invite you to the Amazon link below, where you can find my book, How to Become an Architect Without a Degree. It is a guide to understanding the entire architectural licensing process in North America, available in paperback and Kindle. In this book, you will learn what an architect is, what an architect does, how much architects make, and of course, how to become an architect. If you are a parent, guardian, or guidance counselor, it is a great gift idea for the young adult or soon-to-be high school graduate, or anyone curious about architecture as a career. Whether it is attending an accredited university or following the unconventional work experience equivalent option that I did, after reading, you will be armed with enough information to decide if architecture is a career you would like to pursue. Okay, today we're going to be discussing how to customize keyboard shortcuts so that you can become a faster, more efficient draftsperson and not get bogged down by all the windows and menus that AutoCAD has to offer. As I mentioned in other videos, this channel is focused on architectural drafting, meaning we draft and design plan sets intended for construction. AutoCAD is a very dynamic program and has seemingly endless customization options. All right, currently there are 150 commands that come with the stock program of AutoCAD. They're hotkey commands. You just punch in the keyboard, hit enter, and then boom, that command is ready to go. I personally only use around 30 of these commands, these hotkey commands, and then there are a few hotkeys that I like to customize to my own keyboard input, and that's what I'm going to show you today. And what we're going to focus on are the commands copy and circle as examples on how to customize the command hotkeys. Okay, let's jump into AutoCAD. But one thing I wanted to kind of touch on before I get into how to change those hotkey commands so that you have a more convenient way of drafting is one of the ways that I draft, and the way that I basically do it is I have my mouse hand over here, and then I have this hand, my left hand, covering the entire keyboard. And one of the ways I'm able to do this is the space bar in AutoCAD is the same as pushing the enter button. So if you want to move something, you would hit M, enter, and that movement moves your hand away from all these other keys. And it's hard to hit the enter button with your thumb, but with this, using the space bar as the enter key, you can kind of pivot around and you can move your hand across and go over, and you can basically cover all of the keyboard with your left hand, and just using your thumb, you can hit enter. So what we're going to do is jump into AutoCAD, and I'll show you a demonstration of how I kind of use the keyboard, and then I'll jump into how to change the hotkeys for some of the more commonly used commands, and then you can customize it as you see fit. Okay, so we're going to jump into AutoCAD, and I'll just let's go 20 feet. 20 feet, enter. I go 20 feet, enter. If I want to offset, say I want to offset a wall thickness, or an exterior finish thickness, let's just go with 1.5 inches. The wall thickness, set 5.5 inches for a 2x6 framing member. Then I'll offset 0.5 for a drywall finish. That will assemble a wall. So now we'll do a fillet. It's just that, and that's just F spacebar. And we can go through and up all these walls. Looks like I missed one. So fillet. Again, I'm just using the space bar to repeat the command. I'm not looking at anything, not ending the command series. I'm not looking around and trying to go through the ribbons and open all of these different menus to try and do one command. I'm just punching it in and I'm not even looking at the keyboard really most of the time, and I'm just rocking and rolling and pumping out this drafting method. So look, we have a 20 by 20, let's say shed or garage. So what we're going to do is open this up. We'll go 8 feet. Do a line here. Offset, let's say just 2. Keep it simple. And we'll do it again here. Fillet this. Get rid of that. Now we have the garage. Let's go, let's do this. Let's go 8 feet. It's actually 7. Most garages are 7. So I'll shrink this a little bit. Go here. Out. This is the door opening in the up position. Give this a match properties. Let's throw a roof on this thing. Let's give it a 12-inch overhang. Match properties. Give it the peak there. Excuse me. Go over here and we will go offset 3, offset 36. Occasionally I'll use the number pad on the side of the keyboard here to access my numbers. If it just depends. Sometimes I get in the habit of using the top bar here. Sometimes I use the keyboards. I'm not exactly sure why. It just kind of depends on what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. I'm just not really thinking about what I need to punch into the keyboard at this point. I'm just going for whatever I think or whatever my instinct is to get it done as quickly as possible and as accurately as possible. Okay, so we're gonna go here, trim this. I didn't mean to trim this, so what we're gonna do is trim that little leg, fill it, bring it back to a solid there. I don't really have any swinging doors in this particular layout, so what I'm going to do, let's grab this for now. That's an interior door, but that's okay. Move it to an exterior door. Normally I use the door block on this, but just for these purposes, I'm going to show you 6. Those garage man doors are 36 inches. Arc. Actually, go this way. Arc. Here. Now you have your man door into the garage. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to edit some of the keybinds. You saw me kind of going through and operating AutoCAD with just doing key command entry. And some of my keys and some of my commands are customized hotkey entries. 2 of them that really needed to be customized so that I could flow across the keyboard much easier was circle and the command copy. I don't really use circle as much as maybe a parts modeler would. Just doing architectural drawings, so there's not a lot of circles that are utilized in my drawings that I perform or produce. But I do use copy a lot. I'll copy doors, I'll copy windows, I'll copy furniture, I'll copy wall assemblies, rotate them, and I'll copy plumbing fixtures. I'll copy all kinds of components of an architectural plan. Copy is just the more used. It's just used more for my drafting style and for what I'm drafting. Talking a lot. Okay. So how do we customize the hotkey commands? So what I'm going to show you is one of the stock commands, and that is circle. So if I want to do a circle and I just download AutoCAD, this is how it's set up. I hit C and I hit enter, and now I can draw a circle. We draw circles all day, but if I want to copy one of these circles, or if I want to copy a, let's say this bathtub, or I want to copy this shower head and this plumbing fixture so that I can move it around and reuse it, I have to hit C, and then I have to go all the way over here to O, and then I have to hit enter, and then I can copy it. I don't really like that because I don't like having to hit this and then hit this over here. There are too many other keys around it, and a lot of the commands with the double letter requirement for operating the command, sometimes you'll miss, and then you have to keep re-entering it, look at the keyboard, and in my opinion it just takes too much time. So what I did is change this hotkey C from circle to copy, and in order to do that you have to go to the menu here. Editor Andrew here. Looks like I had a couple of cameras going on the last recording, and when I was pulling up the menus to show you guys how to edit the keyboard commands, the hotkey entries, half of the menus were covered by one of my cameras. My keyboard camera was covering the menus in AutoCAD, so I'm going to re-record that portion right now. So if the video seems a little bit jumpy and choppy, that's the reason. I'm still learning this YouTube world. I'm still learning how to edit videos, and there's a lot that goes into it. So thank you for your patience, and I will show you again how to edit those hotkey commands. I'll splice it into the regular video. I even got my handy hat to match what I was doing, to match the theme. And yeah, here we go. Let's jump into AutoCAD. Okay, here we are again. So we're gonna go up to the top menu bar here. We're gonna hit Express. We're gonna go to Tools, and then Command Alias Editor. And we have a couple of options here. There's two tabs. There's the command aliases and the shell commands. We're not going to touch anything in the shell commands, just leave that as is. And in the command aliases, what we're going to do is just take a quick scroll through what all of these are. So on the left-hand side, you have the hotkey command. That's basically what you would punch into the keyboard, enter, and then this is the command. And on the right side here, this is the command that would be activated by the keyboard entry. So what we're going to do is go back down to circle. So you can see here, circle is commanded by C. As I mentioned, I wanted to change C to copy because that's the command I use more frequently. So what we're going to do is go add, and in the bottom menu here, make sure it's displaying correctly and I'm not blocking one of my cameras. Okay, so on this bottom search bar here, we're just going to type in circle, enter. We're going to select it from the drop down here, and in the alias we're just going to change it to CI because that's the command hotkey keyboard entry that I want circle to be under. So rather just hit OK, and we'll hit yes. Okay, now you can see the hotkey is changed to CI. Circle is CI. So now what I want to do is add again, and I'll go to the search bar and I'll hit copy, select copy, and then I'll just hit C. Yes, yes, yes. I don't know what that last menu said, but that's fine. Okay, now when we go to do circle, we have to hit CI. And if we want to copy, now we just have to hit C, enter, and we can copy. Now I just have to do this. I can move this over to this other bathroom. I can move this bathtub over here. I want to replace that over there. And I can just keep going. I don't really need to stretch all the way over here to CO every time I want to use copy. Yes, yada, 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 and CI. Now, I know that C and I and C and O are next to each other on the keyboard, but I don't, like I said, I don't I don't use circle as much as I use copy, significantly less than I use copy. So I would prefer copy to just be on a single letter and hit that enter, so that I can keep just going across the keyboard. So if I need to move something, I hit M, enter. If I need to copy, it's C, enter. If I need to erase something, it's E, enter. If I need to fillet something, it's F, enter. And so on and so on. Now, there are some commands that are double lettered, but like trim, for example, TR, those two letters are right next to each other. So it's not a big of a deal to just hit CR, boom, and I go. That's what we're looking at. And got a lady coming in, I think. Hey, babe. I'll be right back. And be sure to check out the other videos in this series. Those are going to cover my top 10 commands that I use for drafting that kind of coincide with how I do the keyboard entry kind of commands. And another video I wanted to show you guys is I have a lot of drafting real estate, and I have even a couple of windows. My external reference window, this window here, I have it off screen on my third screen here, and same with layer manager, that is off screen and operated just so that I have more room for drafting, because I like to see as much as I possibly can, so when I go to a sheet I can actually read some of this stuff. I can look at everything and observe it and review it in a more concise way. And that's basically it. And before we finish up this video, please visit the Raw Architecture Etsy store, link in the description, where we have stock plan sets, the Raw Architecture Residential Master Set, and project-related checklists for property owners looking to hire an architect. Thank you again for watching, and if you would like to help out this channel, please like and subscribe down below. And also check out the video sponsors, my book, How to Become an Architect Without a Degree. And then also be sure to check out the Etsy store. We have products available for homeowners looking for stock plans and master sets of AutoCAD drawings for draftspeople and other architects looking to kind of consolidate and have a good starting basis of a base set on how to develop architectural drawings. All right, thank you. Thank you very much. I guess that's it, right?